Hello, this is Matt on the Moon Lambo channel. Well, 20 million XRP worth over $5.5 million on the move. Take a look at this whale alert. Here's the headline from Tron Weekly. Whales transferred 20 million XRP from BitHum to an unknown wallet. So I'm going to be running through that. I've also got a piece which I find quite fascinating. SEC halts Telegram's $1.7 billion unlawful token offering. Fascinating, SEC's willing to move on this, but XRP, the security as Bitcoin maxis like to believe, or trick people into believing, or try and make them believe, whatever you want to say. XRP not so much being called out by the SEC now, is it? Why is that? So looking forward to running through that piece. And then I've got a story I'm going to save for the end of this video. Trade finance blockchain Marco Polo pilots first Russia-Germany transactions with R3, of course, building on top of the XRP ledger. They are mentioned in this article as well. Now, before we get going here, if you would please delicately tap that like button, and if you're a fan of Ripple and XRP, well, thank you so much, good sir or madam, for stopping by. Happy to have you here. It's a reasonable thing to do to subscribe. I would appreciate the support, but even if not, hey, thanks for hanging out. I do appreciate it. So let's hop into this first piece here. Today, Ripple whales moved 20 million XRP tokens from a wallet that belongs to BitHum to an unknown wallet. As per the transaction, the movement of 20 million XRP was equivalent to $5,498,384. Whale Alert, the leading whales tracking platform, tweeted today, October 12th, stating the movement of XRP tokens between two wallets. The sending wallet appears to belong to BitHum Exchange. The recipient's wallet remained unknown. Nevertheless, the transaction occurred on Ripple blockchain, and it deemed successful on Saturday, October 12th, and then they give the timestamp for some reason, which to me isn't that fascinating. Let's go ahead and correct this right here. Hey, crypto media, it's not the Ripple blockchain. It is the XRP ledger. And ledger, blockchain, functionally the same thing as it pertains whether you're comparing to Bitcoin and XRP or whatever. In this case, I actually don't know for sure who came up with this. I don't know if David Schwartz or somebody else, but XRP ledger is indeed called a ledger, which is functionally the same thing as a blockchain. It kind of muddies the waters in terms of people not knowing why that is, but okay, so it's a blockchain. So you could call it the XRP blockchain. I'd even let that slide, but calling it the Ripple blockchain, no, now you just sound dumb. So stop it. It's worth noting that the transaction took place between BitHum's wallet, and then they give the address right there, and an unknown recipient's wallet, and then they give the address there as well. Strangely, of course, this crypto media being crypto media, one of the addresses is written in bold and italics, and the other one, not bold, not in italics. Don't know why. Don't make no damn sense. So anyway, there was a fee of 0.00001 XRP, so basically of almost a completely free transaction. Additionally, the hash for the transaction was, and then they list that there, completed in 10 drops. Notably, the movement of Ripple whales occurred at a time when the XRP cryptocurrency was just gearing up. As such, the token is currently trading at 27 cents against the United States dollar, with a quick surge of 1.59% over the past 24 hours. Moreover, the transaction isn't the new in the crypto market. That is one freaking broken sentence. Thank you very much, crypto media. Moreover, the transaction isn't the new in the crypto market. I think they mean isn't new in the crypto market. Oh, man. I know these people they're not getting fired. They're probably just getting promoted because why not? broken articles are a lot of fun here. Anyway, previously, Whale Alert reported yet another XRP transaction, which also counted 20 million XRP tokens. However, in this case, wallets used to transfer the 20 million XRP were known to users. It took place between Funding Wallet 1 and Coinbase, and I did report on that, by the way. While Ripple's co-founder Chris Larsen reportedly activated Funding Wallet 1, and that was back in, I think February of 2013, pulling from memory, the amount equivalent to $5,559,554 as of October 7th, was transferred to a wallet that belongs to Coinbase Crypto Exchange. So there has indeed been a lot of XRP moving around lately. And some have theorized that it's some of this XRP. Some have speculated that it's a rebalancing for the purpose of XRapid cash flows. I don't know if that's true, but I've seen that idea bandied about a little bit, so worth mentioning it anyway. However, other such transactions that caught the attention of the crypto community were XRP worth $7 million. In fact, numerous whales transactions accounted for the nearly similar value. It has been seen that the whales movement, particularly in the case of XRP, is growing. On the other hand, Ripple, the parent company of XRP, oh my god, they are not the parent company? That makes no damn sense. A parent company of a decentralized cryptocurrency. Go home, Tron Weekly, you're drunk. Anyway, I'll just read it as they wrote it. On the other hand, Ripple, the parent company of XRP, is continually seeking new opportunities to boost the adoption of XRP, which currently stands with the market capitalization of $11.9 billion with a B. XRP going over the place. Check out this piece now. SEC halts Telegram's $1.7 billion unlawful token offering. And again, I love pointing this out. Can I just say it again? SEC, not that I'm like basking in the glory of demise of any project necessarily. I mean, if they legitimately are doing something wrong, then okay, whatever. It's not really so much about that though. That's the point I'm trying to get. It's more about how Telegram's getting called out here. Why is Ripple not getting called out? Especially since we just learned in that Tron article, Ripple is the parent company of XRP. So why isn't Ripple getting called out? Huh? What's going on here, man? They're selling their security, right? The U.S. Securities and Exchange Commission, SEC, announced filing for emergency action and obtained a temporary restraining order against two offshore entities, Telegram Group and its subsidiary TON, T-O-N, issuer for raising over $1.7 billion of investor funds, thus halting the messaging giant from selling or distributing its Gram tokens within the United States. SEC's complaint alleged that TON's token, Grams, are considered securities, and while the initial funding was raised under an SEC exemption, this exemption did not include secondary market trading and the sale of new Grams. Hence, was in violation of the registration provisions of the Securities Act of 1993. Now, here's a quote. Defendants sold approximately 2.9 billion digital tokens called Grams at discounted prices to 171 initial purchasers worldwide, including more than 1 billion Grams to 39 U.S. purchasers. Telegram promised to deliver the Grams to the initial purchasers upon the launch of its blockchain by no later than October 31st, 2018, at which time the purchasers and Telegram will be able to sell billions of Grams into U.S. markets. Okay, and then the piece continues. The SEC's complaint was filed on October 11th in Federal District Court of Manhattan, charging both defendants with violating the registration provisions of Sections 5A and 5C of the Securities Act, and seeks certain emergency relief as well as permanent injunctions, disgorgement with prejudgment interest and civil penalties. So, look, and I talked about in my last video just the concept of cryptocurrencies it's an entirely new animal. And as such, you really, in terms of just from a regulatory perspective, you really cannot cram XRP into existing regulatory framework because, frankly, you could have a cryptocurrency that starts off as being what is legitimately a security, but then grows sufficiently decentralized to the point where it could no longer reasonably be classified as a security. And so let me just postulate this. And I don't think that XRP is a security or ever has been. Okay, but even if you believe that upon launch XRP was a security of Ripple, even if you believe that, and I don't, but even if you believe that, the fact of the matter is, at this point, XRP is so decentralized, substantially, I would say, certainly more decentralized than Bitcoin. Given that's the case, they have no power over the XRP ledger. It seems completely unreasonable for anyone to point out that XRP is a security of Ripple or any other developer building on top of the ledger. Anyone, just anyone, period, or any company, period. It makes no damn sense. And so I see this. I see Telegram here getting called out. And it's very noticeable that Ripple, which is clearly in the limelight, let's say, not getting called out by the SEC. Now, why is that? I know they haven't stated outright that XRP is not a security, but hey, and they don't have to ever, technically, but I will not be surprised that when that announcement comes. I suspect it will. I don't know. I mean, they could just completely never respond to it, but it's gonna. How are you really gonna ignore that forever? XRP being third market cap, and given that there's real utility, I still think that it's going to supplant Bitcoin in terms of market cap and become number one. I do suspect that will happen unless something fundamentally changed that I couldn't foresee, but I think utility will win the day. And how are you going to not classify it? Especially, it's already crazy it's not classified at number 3 in market cap. What are you going to do when it's number 1? So anyway, I don't know when, but at some point XRP is going to be discussed in detail publicly by somebody from the SEC. That's my prediction on that. I don't make price predictions, but I'm willing to say that. Let's find out if I'm wrong. Right. All right, check out this. I thought this was cool. This is from DMSPQR. And I was just scrolling through my Twitter feed and just happened to come across this, and so I want to report. Check this out. Made some iPhone wallpapers in case anyone wants to use them. Please retweet so everyone can get a chance to see them. Follow me for more coming soon. So I did go ahead and retweet this earlier today, and I'm going to pull all 4 up on the screen. You know, if you want to use one of these, you should definitely. I'll tell you what, the easy way would be just to go to my Twitter page. It's at MoonLamboIO. I'd retweeted it. You'll be able to see it there. I think it's the last thing I tweeted, at least at the time I'm recording this anyway. But these are pretty snazzy looking here. I mean, I don't know how to even operate Photoshop. You know what I use when I need to manipulate something quickly, and this is, I should be embarrassed, but I have no shame. I use Microsoft Paint. I don't know what the hell I'm doing. So people that can do stuff like this, I'm just in awe of you. I think these are sharp looking. These look really professionally done here. So, and here's the 4th one here. So, what's your favorite one? Are you going to use one? And there's some people actually, maybe I can scroll down. Some people actually did start using them. You can see here's somebody named Mike Hanna here. So slick. Already got it on there. So, cool stuff here. I'm glad that glad you made this stuff and put it out into the universe. So I wanted to share it with everybody watching this channel here. I got this next piece from XRP Crypto. Well, thank you, good sir, for sending this to my inbox. I do appreciate everything you send me. And the piece titled, Trade Finance Blockchain Marco Polo Pilots First Russia-Germany Transactions. Marco Polo, the trade finance blockchain with more than 20 global banks on board, is piloting its first trading arrangement between Germany and Russia. The pilot announced Friday involves Alpha Bank and Novolipetsky Steel Company, I'm pretty sure that's how you say that, on the Russian side, and the Commerce Bank plus metals engineering firm Vesuvius GmbH in Germany. Marco Polo, a joint undertaking between technology firms Trade9, I'm guessing that's Trade9, this is Trade IX, that's 9, right? Yeah, I'm not saying something dumb, am I? And R3, which of course R3, building on top of the XRP ledger, with their core to Settler specifically, has a grand vision of global blockchain-based trade finance replacing paper and trust with shared instant digital verification. The array of banks on Marco Polo reflect this global aspiration. And they got a list of a ton of entities involved right there. I'm not going to read all of them. Don't need to for the purpose of this. The teams involved in the Russia-Germany pilot are by no means enterprise blockchain neophytes. We launched our first distributed ledger technology in trade finance as early as 2017. Since then, corporate blockchain solutions have been considerably elaborated and earned our clients confidence and proved their applicability to real business processes, said Dina Merkulova, head of trade finance at Alpha Bank. And so I think that's the gist of what I wanted to cover here. There's something else about R3 down here, though. Here we go. At the recent Sibos conference in London, representatives from Marco Polo and We.Trade shared a panel. Asked if conversations around interoperability had started yet between the two camps, which build on R3 Corda and Hyperledger Fabric, respectively, Daniel Coddy, managing director at Marco Polo, and Trade9 said, in global trade, we are used to collaborating. So that's about as much specificity as you're going to get on that. But that's it for this video. Thank you so much for watching. I do appreciate all the support. I'm not a financial advisor. Did you know that? Do not buy or sell anything because of anything that I say or write. That would be a very, very, very bad idea. Until next time, to the moon, Lambo!